Good afternoon, fellow investors and executive committees members. Our product is called Elder Buddy AI, and we are cooperating with Senior Citizen Home Safety Association to improve the quality of elderly life. It acts like a friend for the elderly, to always support and listen to them. Before we introducing our product, I want to share a short story. Imagine there's a woman called Mrs. Lee. She's living alone in the small apartment of Shanshoubo. Her children moved abroad for work, and her closest friends passed away a few years ago. It's deadly, it's lonely, right? And she often stare at the old photos for hours. Actually, loneliness isn't just sadness, it's deadly. Study shows that it is as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So we built Elder Buddy AI. Its core value is empathy. Why empathy? It isn't just a feature. We design AI to listen, learn, and connect. For example, when Mrs. Lee says, I'm feeling unwell today, common AI will just ask her, remind her to take the medicine. But our AI want to learn their voice pattern, detect anxiety, and it will ask, do you need to call your daughter, or maybe play some music from the 1970s? Next, we are not replacing human, we are assisting them. For example, when AI detects a fault, it alerts both her caregivers and our partners to know it. A nurse will be at her door within minutes and take her to the hospital. Third, health monitoring. We want to prevent emergency before it happens. Our wearable device notices irregular heart rhythms before the elderly felt unwell, and our AI will schedule a doctor consult to prevent the situation got worsened. Next, let me show you the growing crisis in elderly care in Hong Kong. 1 in 3 seniors live alone, and report shows that 43% of them feeling lonely, and according to the WHO research, it is the loneliness epidemic. Like, many elderly will stare at the old photos and maybe look at the walls, wondering if anyone would notice if she's gone. Second is the caregiving gap. By 2030, there's a shortage of 10 million caregivers globally, and for the cost, 5,000 Hong Kong dollars per month. That's the minimum traditional home elderly care service cost. Next, I will pass to Samuel to talk about the basic functions of our AI.
Thank you. In order to tackle the problems mentioned by Angus, we are now presenting you a brand new product, which has strengthened ability to provide care and companion service. Our new product is Elder Buddy AI. It is a device built on the existing wireless PEL device. PEL device is the existing personal emergency link service provided by the association. There are 3 major functions. First, the voice-activated AI system. Second, the daily healthcare system. And finally, the emergency link service. First, the major improvement of our device is the voice-activated AI system. We hope that by leveraging the advanced technology, we can help to alleviate the loneliness of the elderly and also provide emotional support to them. At the same time, we hope that we can update them the information from the outside world so that they can have daily stimulation. We hope that our device will be able to initiate conversation with the elderly or even respond to them. The AI can analyze what is interesting to the elderly and engage in further conversation with them. We hope that their families can use our device to share the responsibility of companionship for them. At the same time, we hope we can provide emotional support to the elderly when they feel lonely. The second function is our daily care service. Our device is different from other existing healthcare monitoring device because we provide active monitoring. Because of the AI, we can analyze the body condition of the elderly based on human behaviors. For example, in the daytime, if our device, Elder Buddy, cannot detect any sound or any body movement from the elderly, we can send an alert to his family or his guardian. Besides of the monitoring system, we can have a personalized reminder system. So based on the personal needs, we can remind the elderly to see a doctor, to take medicine, or even to drink water. I hope that using this daily care service, the family members will be at ease and relaxed when they leave their parents or grandparents at home. Finally, as always, we will have the emergency link service. On the left-hand side, we can see the existing PEL device. So whenever there are emergency situations, the elderly can simply press on the red button and then they can contact the first responders. We will continue to use this easy mechanism because this function can potentially save the elderly and their family value this function the most. By keeping this emergency link service, we hope that the existing customers of the PEL device will use our upgraded product. Speaking of our customers, our business strategy is to reach as many customers as we can. So there will be 3 business methods, and each of them will focus to reach different groups of people. First, we have the direct sales to our end customers. The target customers will be elderly and also family members like you, because we know that at the end of the day, it is the family members who purchase our product for their parents or grandparents. So we will attract the normal household through advertisement and promotion counters. We will gain revenue through subscription plans. Second, we will partner with the government. There are currently some elderly services from the government, such as the community care team. However, the demand for such service is excessively high, and this kind of service cannot accommodate the need for every single elderly. So we will sell our product to the government and try to seek a long-term contract. With Elder Buddy, we believe that we can help to reduce the shortage of volunteers and health and caregivers. And finally, we will cooperate with elderly organizations. We will offer discounts for these elderly charities when they purchase in bulk, so that these organizations can help us to reach elderly with special needs, especially our 2 target customers, the elderly living alone and also elderly suffering from dementia. We believe that with our daily healthcare system and also the reminder system, we can help to relieve the pressure of the frontline caregivers, especially in the elderly home. Now, Kim will talk about the market and opportunity.
Okay, thank you, Samuel. So I'm talking about the market opportunities. So why did we choose the elderly as our target customers? And in the AI's world now, we think that the younger generation have a good use of AI and make the life easier. But how about the elderly? Elderly often get annoyed by the tech market, but as the aging population become a severe problem, and actually the elderly is the majority of in the population. So we think that is big tails in the tech market we can achieve. So we select 2 kinds of elderlies. One is the living alone elderlies, and they often maybe feel lonely and and so we can have a simulator humans interactions AI with them and making engaging some conversations. And for the second reason is that they may have some safety concerns. For example, they may fall down on the floor sometimes accidentally. So we can help them to have a measuring course in case. So for the second type of elderly, we choose the dementia patients because they have the barriers in cognitive functions and they may have some memory loss in some times. So our AI is going to help them to organize their activities and remind them there are some tasks of them, and we provide the 24 hours companions and monitoring for them. So you may ask what are the market potential? How can we prove that elderly is some good we can make a profit on that? Because generally they don't have income, so they may not afford our service. They may not can afford our service. So to answer that, I think we can refer to the care on call service business case. Actually, the care on call service, according to the annual report, they make 88 million in last years, and they have 40,000 users. So what make they are so strong and is profitable for them? I think the key reasons is that they have the subsidy for the elderly who cannot afford the service. For example, governments or some charity funding can provide the subsidy for the elderly who cannot afford the service. So we think that is a stable income for us, and it is sustained in the future. So for the competitive part, how can we compete with our competitors? So what is our strength? So LDAI actually have we can provide a 24-hour service, and we have a lower cost, and we can make our service customized. We can add our AI to in our customers' preference. So how about the care on call service? Actually, they have only few functions on that. They just make the SOS call buttons and the call button. And we think we have more function than their service. And how about the public caregivers? Actually, we think that public caregivers is limited on their capacity because they subsidized by the government. So it's just a few elderly can apply for the public caregivers. So how about the private caregivers? We think the bigger problem for the private caregiver is their price, because not every elderly can afford the price of the caregiver service. So we think that we are competitive in we can have a 24 hours service, and we can have a lower price and providing a better service to all elderly. Let's pass the time to Johnny for the financial projection.
Okay, thank you, Kim. Let me now bring you all to the financials. So here are the revenue projections for the next 5 years and the first year's cost. As you can see, due to the unpredictability of the future, we have prepared 3 cases: the bull case, the base case, and the bear case. So from the perspective of the base case, we can see an impressive surge of revenue from $12.5 million to $45 million in just 5 years' time. And this prediction model has only 3 factors. So the first one being subscription fee, and the second one being market share, and the third one being the market size. We decide to increase our subscription fee from $2,000 to $2,500 for revenue generation. And for the market size, we know that Hong Kong has a trend of aging population. So we know that the market size is going to go up. And the third one, market share, we know that after we incorporate AI into our product, we have confidence that more users will be using our product. So here's the first year's cost, and it has a total of 8.7 million cost, and $3.8 million goes into the production fee, and $2 million goes into research and development to make sure that our product gets better and better over time. And $2 million goes into the marketing to make sure that the mass knows that our company has such a great product. And others go into AWS services and compliance to ensure smooth revenue generation. Now let's look at the net income and net cash flow projection for the base case for the next 5 years. As you can see that for the net income projection, there's a drastic increase from around $3 million in 2026 to $18 million in 2030. It's computed after considering incremental cost of AWS services, production, research and development, and also marketing. And now let's look at the net cash flow projection. As you can see that the break-even time will be about 3 years, which is 2028, and in 2029, the net positive cash flow will be at $13 million, and it will increase to $31 million in 2030. So now I'll talk about how much funds we're going to ask for and how to utilize your funds. We hope that we could raise a total of 50 million of funds, while most of them goes into the first stage of production, and some of them goes to marketing campaigns and research and development, and just some of them goes to training and compliance. Here is the details of how to utilize your funds, which brings us to the timeline of execution. So in mid-2025, we focus on research and development of the new AI incorporated product so that we could produce small amount of samples for the next phase, which is in late 2025, so that we could provide services to our existing customers to receive feedback and also improve the product. We have an edge on that as our company has a large customer base so that we could gather feedback from different elderly, different families, which are from different backgrounds. And after that, we are going to start the early phase of production. And at the same time, we will provide training to existing staffs so to make sure that they could assist elderly and families to use our new product. And we will also make sure that everything complies with the law. And until early 2026, we are going to promote our product to the mass. So we have to collaborate with different parties such as the government, social, and private enterprises. We are easy to collaborate with them as we had experience of that before. We had experience collaborating with the China Camp Group and also the health department of the government. We will also promote the product for advertisement from different channels such as YouTube and TV. Now let me pass the time for Angus for our conclusion.
So, I will leave you with this. By 2030, the elderly population in Hong Kong will be doubled. We will let loneliness silence them, or we can improve their life to let them live with satisfaction and joy. So we are here for this. We're not just building an app. We are building a bright future for the elderly life and maybe for the future ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?
So why do you guys focus on the voice activation? Because it sounds like nothing much special with the AIs now.
Actually, you mean the selling point of the voice activations? Actually, that's the most important selling point of our AI, because maybe you have some same experience as I have, because I received my parents' message is always voice message, and they don't know how to type in the phone. Especially, it's extremely difficult to type Chinese character in the phone. So we think that is the most important function of our AI, because if they can use the use voice activate the AI, so they can communicate with the AI, not like us now typing in the ChatGPT. They can do it.
And how do you ensure that because the target market is the elderly, then how can you ensure that they are able to use your products?
Well, there are a few business methods for our new product, and two of them are, besides direct selling to the customers, we partner with the government and also the elderly associations. And they already have a very large base of elderly, and some of them are with special needs. So we can utilize their resources and their the base of elderly to reach them.
Yes, Samuel has a great point on that, and I want to add on that we have costs on the training service of we have to train our existing staff so that we ensure that the elderly can receive like the how to use our AI, like the important features of our product, to let them like utilize our product. Yes, thank you.
So, since your audience are elderlies, how do you plan to build trust with elderly users who may be skeptical of these AI-driven care?
Sorry, I can't quite hear your
Oh,
question.
so like, how do you build trust with the elderlies? Because you know a lot of elderlies don't really feel easy about these AIs. So how do you build trust with them?
Oh, I think like as I've like we have staffs to assist them for like using the AI, and also maybe the staffs could talk about our features and how we develop the software to the families so that they can persuade the elderly for using the AI. And also maybe through like what Samuel has talked about is to collaborate with other like communities, whatever it is, it's maybe government or social or just private enterprises, maybe set up like campaigns or workshops for them to understand how our product works and how it could potentially benefit them on their daily lives.
And also, I want to add on that is this is why the voice activators function is so important, because we think that I think why they don't trust AI, because they don't know how to use AI. This is one of the most reasons of why they don't trust AI. So if they can communicate with the AI, and I think that is some kinds of building trust. They can some kind of building trust with AI in their perspective.
So thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.